Hello, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Freaks Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the closer look on our LEGO custom Supersaurus Viviane. And here's a closer look.
So hey there everyone, so here's the finished, completed and painted Supersaurus Viviane. And this is actually one of the longest sauropods that I've ever made here on the channel, so I'm really quite proud of it. And this is actually the first figure that I am customizing for the year. Also, in return, EB Toy Universe has also made a really awesome sauropod in his channel, so please check it out, guys. I'll be also showing that particular figure here, but it is really cool if you can see the whole video as well. Alright, so here it is compared with that particular minifigure, our Trikeman, which I unfortunately do not have a specific name yet. We'll probably assign a girl name to it, probably Sarah or something like that. But anyway, so this is how it compares with the minifigure and also with the Jeep Wrangler from Jurassic Park, one of my actual builds as well from a LEGO series. So yeah, so what we're going to do now, guys, is we're just going to showcase our figure for now. So I'm going to take out the truck first here, and let's have a closer look on our figure here. So first of all, overall this is a orangey brown color, very similar to the coloration that I have for my Marcosaurus. It has dark brown colors, and also the dark brown colors are also used for creating the, I don't know, I would call it a negative giraffe, you know, kind of design to it. It has a darker lower extremities, and also the head is also darker. Alright, so it has a 2x4 studs. I want it to just be very minimal. I don't want it to be really, you know, I would say wide, because the spines are actually just very high for a Supersaurus. The Supersaurus is not the biggest and the heaviest. However, it may be, you know, the longest species of giant dinosaurs or sauropods that has ever been discovered. Alright, so in terms of articulation, it can of course open and close its mouth like so, and you can turn the head into many different positions, because this is a ratchet, you know, ball socket thing like that. Same for the neck area as well. It can raise its head or neck up until this high and as low as this, and then of course you can twist it like so. Of course the legs can move back and forth, and then the tail, it has 3 points of articulation, one here, and one here. The tail can move up and down, twist as well. The middle part also can twist, and then the end part as well. It has a really long whip tail like effect here, which is also movable. It has a wire inside it, but I refrain from, you know, moving it so much, because this is just acrylic paint. I don't have the, you know, flexible paints that can be used for such, you know, such parts where it won't crack when you bend it and so on. It also has, of course, attachments to a base figure over here. It has 2 thumbs on each of the 4 legs, or 4 feet, I would say, like so. Has white claws, and yeah, so it's a relatively very playable figure, because it has a ton of articulation to it, and in terms of size, as you can see earlier, it has a very formidable size as well. So yeah, so that's it for our closer look at our Supersaurus Viviane. Let's move on to the next portion of the video.
Size comparisons.
Alright, so we have our minifigure here, our Triceratops man or woman. Comparing it with our Supersaurus viviane, and you can see here that definitely it's quite a small figure, and it's around the correct size. Here is a comparison between a human and also an accurate, or I would say close to accurate estimate of the size of Supersaurus. You can see it's really long, and if we're going to put it on a side basis, you can see that it's almost, they would say, even longer than the blue whale. And yeah, so that's how I'm going to think of it from this day onwards. But let's now compare this particular figure with other, you know, comparable sizes such as other sauropods of the same class. But first, here is again the Jeep Wrangler. Comparing it with this particular species over here, you can see that it's around 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, around 4.5 length of the Jeep Wrangler, and definitely it's quite long, to be honest, comparing it with other, you know, other sauropods that I have. But now let's compare it with those that I have, which are, you know, technically under the same class, the Diplodocidae class, or Diplodocidae class. So let's have them. First, we have the Nigersaurus. So here is the Nigersaurus, and it's quite, you know, one of the smallest Diplodocidae figures that I have. Comparing it with our Supersaurus here, definitely the size is around the same, you know, length as that of the Jeep. So it's around 4.5 length, or at least 4 Nigersaurus size of the Supersaurus. Another one we have, which is also one of the more famous sauropods, is the Amargasaurus. So here's the well-decorated Amargasaurus. Oops, it's covering the minifigure over here. So the Amargasaurus is, like I said, one of the most decorated sauropods that I have. You can see here on a closer look, aside from the neck decorations over here, it also has an extended, you know, I would say, flaps on the back, making it you know, a really cool design for a sauropod. And similarly, we also have the Bajadasaurus, and here it is. The Bajadasaurus, equally magnificent in terms of overall look and design. This particular sauropod has also has extended neck spines, dorsal spines on it, except that instead of going towards the back, the spines actually protrude going towards the front. And here it is in comparison. On a closer look, you can see here that it has a really cool okapi-like or tribal design to it. Even the head looks really tribal, so I really like how it turned out. And yeah, so it's actually based off from the Jurassic World alive design of the Bajadasaurus. So I hope you like it, guys. If you haven't seen the full video yet on the Bajadasaurus, please check it out. Another one would be the main reason for the name or the class name. This is our Diplodocus, and for a time it was actually regarded as the longest, one of the longest dinosaurs that have ever lived. But definitely as time goes by, you know, there were other discoveries such as Supersaurus, which placed, you know, Diplodocus below the bracket. But nonetheless, it's a really impressive length for a sauropod. You can see that similar to the Bahatosaurus, it had a whip tail on the end, which is actually the longest part of the creature. So both of these have actually long necks as well as impressively long tails as well. So the Diplodocus also has or sports this what do you call this, extended spikes on the back. So I was thinking of putting that also on the Supersaurus, but went on with a simpler design here. So if you haven't seen my full video on the Diplodocus, please check it out, guys, in this description box below. There's also a short that I did for a repaint on the Diplodocus, where I placed I took inspiration from the Brachiosaurus of Prehistoric Kingdom. Yeah. So also we did, or I would say Ibitoy did a really cool design on the level 40 Diplodocus, and here it is, guys. So the Diplodocus of Ibitoy universe is exactly how it was seen in the actual game, Jurassic World game. It had this tiger stripes, but it mixes the red with the the icy blue ones, and the overall design came out really impressive and really awesome. So if you haven't seen the full video yet on the level 40 Diplodocus, please check it out, guys. It's a really cool video. Right? One of the more famous, I would say, species of the Diplodocidae family would be the Apatosaurus, and here is my version of the Apatosaurus. So it's actually a version that I have actually personally seen in Jurassic World the game, Lego the game, and I really like how it's more blue than gray, and that is why it is colored this way. So as you can see here, it had the actual design on the back of the Lego Apatosaurus. It also sports that beak-like head to it. So yeah, this is one of my very first, sauropods, I would say, that I have created in the channel. So if you want to go a small trip around memory lane with me, please check out the full video on the Apatosaurus. You're going to enjoy it, of course. Prior to Apatosaurus, there was actually a more famous sauropod that has been named, which is the Brontosaurus, and here it is, guys. So for several years, the Brontosaurus, or the thunder lizard, is actually regarded as as its own species, but then there was a time where Brontosaurus was placed in the same species as Apatosaurus, but now that we have Brontosaurus as its separate species, then I actually recreated it for the channel, since it's actually one of those dinosaurs that I really identified with when I was younger. Yep. So I did a recolor on this one. The previous one was more green and then red on the head. I think that the Apatosaurus species wouldn't, although it's seen in Wikipedia, I think this type of coloration and design would go very well, most suitable with the species itself. So thus the recoloration on my Apatosaurus. And let me know, guys, what you think. I'm going to put up the shorts on this one, so please check it out as well. And lastly, here is the latest creation of Ibitoy Universe, which is a collaboration between him and me for this year. for the first one, for the, at least for the first custom that we did, we thought that let's go big and let's go bold, and thus we have here both of the sauropods that you see here, the SONORASAURUS as well as the Supersaurus. And what he did here on the SONORASAURUS is really magnificent. It's giving accurate. So we have a different he has a different video on the making of the SONORASAURUS, as well as a separate video for the closer look on it, so please check it out, guys. And also please check out the community channel where we are going to select the winner, very different ones what compared to what we have in Ibito Universe previously. So please check it out, guys. The mechanics are better and there's more chances for you guys to win. Alright, guys, so yeah, so that's it for now for our comparisons. Let's now move on to Extinct Bricks PC roll call, and we have here all of the sauropods that I've shown you here so far on the video. And if you do want to, see more sauropods or more, more of the large customs that I did so far here on the channel, I'll be I do have a lot listed in the Extinct Bricks playlist, but I'll also be placing in individual links of all that you see here, so that you won't have to go through all of those channels. But please do take the adventure with me and go through all my customs so far. Our Triceratops minifigure here would like to remind you guys that all that you see here is available on our Extinct Bricks playlist, and yes, I'm going to place in the links below, so please check it out. Now let's move on with Extinct Bricks PC roll call. Let's start from this side this time. So this is the Extinct Bricks Prehistoric Kingdom inspired coloration of the Diplodocus. This is my version of the Amargosaurus from Jurassic World. This is the version that I have for the Jurassic World Lego game. Apatosaurus. This is the Jurassic World game level 40 SONORASAURUS. This is of course my version of the Nigerosaurus. This is the Ibito Universe version of the level 40 Diplodocus from Jurassic World the game. This is the version of my Mahatosaurus of Jurassic World Alive. And of course, this is my repaint version of the Apatosaurus, just recently concluded. And of course, to start the show here, this is our Extinct Bricks version of the Supersaurus VVNA. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. I'll be posting several other shorts and also other videos in all my social media platforms, such as Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and shorts here on YouTube. So please check it out, guys. Like and subscribe, and also share with your friends as well. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Also, please do not forget to support our other channels, Ibito Universe, The Adventures of Moira and Asher, and Tito Mike's Kitchen. Please watch their videos and support our channel by subscribing, guys. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!